The little elephant who was afraid of thunder. In a green and cheerful forest lived a little elephant named Gimo. Gimo had big ears, a long trunk, and a very soft heart. He loved playing in the river, walking between the trees, and sitting quietly listening to the birds sing. Every day, Gimo played with his friends. He splashed water with Lily the bunny, played tag with Max the monkey, and laughed with Bibi the bird. Gimo was always smiling. When the sun was shining, the forest felt happy. The wind danced through the trees, and butterflies flew everywhere. But sometimes, dark clouds would come. The sky would grow gray, and the wind would stop dancing. Gimo would stop smiling too. Why? Because there was one thing that scared Gimo very much: the sound of thunder. Whenever the sky turned dark and a rumble was heard, Gimo would cover his ears and hide behind a big rock. He would shake and cry softly. His friends didn't know that Gimo was so afraid of that loud sound. One afternoon, dark clouds started to roll in. The wind blew strong and the leaves began to fall. The birds quickly found shelter, and the monkeys climbed high up in the trees. The sky grew darker and darker. The sun was hiding. Gimo looked up and felt a shiver. The forest didn't feel so cheerful anymore. His friends were still playing and laughing, but Gimo stood very still. He had a strange feeling in his tummy. He knew what was coming, the loud sound he didn't like. "I hope it doesn't thunder," he whispered, taking a small step back. Then a low rumble echoed through the sky. Gimo's eyes grew wide. "Thunder is coming," he thought. He quickly ran behind the bushes and curled up tight. His heart was beating fast. The first clap of thunder roared. Gimo shut his eyes, covered his ears, and cried softly. He felt very small. He felt very alone. Gimo's friends, Kura the tortoise, Lily the bunny, and Toto the owl, noticed he was gone. "Where did Gimo go?" asked Kura, looking around. "It always happens when the rain comes," said Toto. "He disappears." They started to search for him. The rain fell harder, and the thunder rumbled again. Lily hopped through the grass. Kura peeked behind the rocks. Toto flew above the trees. Finally, behind a bush, they found him. Gimo was curled up, shaking. His big ears were pressed to his head. "Gimo, what's wrong?" Lily asked gently. Gimo didn't speak. He just kept his eyes closed. Toto fluttered down and said softly, "It's okay to be scared. We all get scared sometimes, but we're here for you." Gimo opened one eye, then the other. His friends were right there, waiting, smiling. His heart felt a little calmer. His eyes filled with tears, but this time they weren't just from fear, they were also from feeling safe. The next day, after the storm had gone, the sun came out again. The forest felt fresh and bright. Gimo's friends sat under a big tree. "We need to help Gimo," said Kura the tortoise. "He still feels scared when it rains." Lily's ears perked up. "I have an idea," she said. "Let's build a hug house." "A hug house?" asked Toto. "Yes," said Lily. "A cozy little place where we can all sit together when it rains. We can hug, talk, and help each other feel safe." Toto flapped his wings. "That sounds wonderful." Kura smiled. "Let's do it." The next day, the friends got to work. They wanted to make a special place for Gimo, and for anyone who needed comfort. Kura brought big leaves for the roof. Lily picked colorful flowers to make it smell nice. Toto found soft moss and helped build the walls with sticks and logs. They all worked together with happy hearts. "This house isn't just for Gimo," said Lily with a smile. "It's for anyone who feels scared, lonely, or just needs a hug." They made a small wooden sign and placed it in front. It read, "Hug House, a safe place together." A few days later, the sky turned dark again. Thunder rumbled far away. Gimo's ears drooped. He started to feel scared, but then he remembered the hug house his friends had made. Slowly, Gimo walked toward it. His steps were small, but brave. Inside, Kura, Lily, and Toto were already there. "Come in, Gimo," called Lily with a big smile. Gimo walked in and sat between his friends. They all gave him a big, warm hug. The thunder still rumbled outside, but inside the hug house, Gimo felt safe and loved. Thunder rumbled outside, but this time, Gimo wasn't alone. Inside the cozy hug house, Kura was telling a story about the time he mistook a rock for a tortoise and tried to have a conversation with it. Lily laughed as she shared how she once tried to bake cookies and ended up with a cookie mountain. Toto was singing a gentle tune in between stories, adding silly sound effects that made everyone giggle. Gimo listened to the soft voices and warm laughter around him. The storm was still there, but it didn't feel so big anymore. "Thunder can't hurt you here," Toto whispered. "We're together." Gimo began to smile, and for the first time, he was able to stay calm during the storm. He knew he had friends who cared about him. From that day on, the hug house wasn't just for rainy days. It became the warmest place in the whole forest. Any animal who felt scared, sad, or lonely could come and get a big hug. No storm needed. Because of Gimo and his friends, the forest became a kinder place where everyone helped each other feel safe and loved.